here we are with your friend and mine. You'll know her. It's Nicola, Tideline Art. Here she is in all her glory. So I just wanted to talk to Nick about a few of her finds because there are some amazing ones. Can we talk about this?
This, yeah.
And what this is exactly?
Okay, it's one of my favourite finds from this year, if not my actual favourite.
Yeah.
It's a log slate from the HMS Merlin, so a magical find as well.
That's Magical Merlin.
Yeah,
that's
Magical
unbelievable.
Merlin. And so we think, it's been registered with the Museum of London now, but we think that it dates to maybe 1760 to 1820.
Wow.
And it would have been where on deck and everything that was going on, the wind course, the weather, and any remarks would have been
So it's engraved, etched, permanently etched. So it's not like a chalk and stuff.
No, this is etched, but they would have written in chalk.
Because that's been etched there. What's that?
That's PM, I think. So there was probably another one for the morning. But at the end of the day, they would have wiped the slate clean. But the captain would have approved what was ever on there, and it would have been transferred into the paper logbook.
I heard something about this.
And then wipe the slate clean.
Wipe the slate clean. I heard something about the paper logbook. Someone who met you recently and was really excited. So we're going to be at the museum. We're going to be at the National Maritime Museum next week. Nick will be exhibiting there. I'll be exhibiting there. Ben from the museum told me, like, he'd met you. He was so excited. Yeah. He's got paper records corresponding to this.
Well, I went to the archives at the Maritime Museum and I looked at several really old logbooks from the 18th century. Corresponding to the HMS Merlin. Whether or not it was that one, we don't know, but there are several.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because the logbooks I was looking at, the HMS Merlin spent time at Deptford Dockyard and Woolwich.
And you can see where they've had their refits and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've actually taken lots of photos, and during my talk, actually, I'm talking about it. So but I know that Ben was interested, and he was going to have a look and see if he could find something that matched this style.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating. And what I always trip up on things like boat names, boats being taken apart, then the name being reused. Yes. So like I'll find something for HMS, whatever, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but then there'll be various boats or various ships with that same name.
Yeah.
And they've been taken apart, and then the name has been given to another ship anyway. So yeah, that's the amazing.
It's really beautiful. It's just that beautiful script on it there.
Yeah.
And you know the fact that somebody did that. I've
just noticed something. I've only ever seen one of these once before.
Oh right. Yeah. So beautiful, isn't it?
A girl that came last year to St Paul's. You went there? No, you went there. She'd found one, and she said she was pulling it out of the mud. So it was just that bit, and she was pulling it out just that bit, and it kept coming, and there was the whole fish on it. Really cool.
It's stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is quite interesting as well. This is a lead line, and it was used for swinging the lead to fathom out the.
Like a plumb line?
That's right. And it's really heavy.
Can I?
Yeah, of course. Don't drop it on your toe.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and there's an arrow. A
broad arrow. Yeah, it's covered in broad arrows. And at the bottom, there's a bit there which would have had tallow wax in. So when they dropped it down to get the depth of the sea, it also picked up something from the seabed so they could analyse where they were. And that's where the saying, trying to fathom something out, comes from. Because it's to measure the fathoms of the sea.
That's incredible. What an incredible... Is this relatively new or
it's
recent?
It's a new find. It's from the 19th, probably.
No, I mean, is it a new find?
Oh, yes, it is, yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
I almost didn't bring it today because, to be honest, I came over, I pulled my suitcase along on the train, and it was so heavy, but I thought, no, I have to bring it.
You've got to bring it. Yeah. Do you want to feel how heavy that is?
It's very, very, very heavy. Very heavy.
See how heavy that is? Can I?
It's very heavy.
Yeah.
They used to have lead swingers that used to literally swing the lead and then measure the depth of the sea.
So you've got some sheaves. Oh, one attached to a block still.
Yes, that's a recent find,
nice
actually.
one. Blimey, you got some good chunky finds going on here.
Well, I
Really
wanted to
nice.
bring my copper sheathing, which was obviously, it was done by the Admiralty, copper bottomed all their ships from the mid,
there we
broad
go,
arrow,
broad arrow.
from the mid 18th century to stop the barnacles from growing on it, to make them go faster, to protect from ship rot, shipworm and salt corrosion. And then also, that's where they're saying when something is copper bottomed, like your plan,
copper bottomed,
because the ships were nice and reliable and copper bottomed. So there's so many sayings.
So many. And look, you've got broad arrows over these.
Yeah, this is my favourite, I think, these ones here, because that's probably a really early one.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that broad arrow, which denotes government property.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's I found a leather shoe sole, the vamp of a shoe, and it's got a broad arrow mark in it. And I thought it just didn't register with me at first. I thought, it's just it's where the tailor's telling his apprentice to cut, because it points right to the vamp. It doesn't go away from the shoe; it goes up to the stitching. And then eventually someone said, oh no, it's a broad arrow. It's probably from one of the prison holds. It might be a prisoner's shoe.
Amazing, yes.
And I thought, of course, their entire uniforms were covered in broad arrows, weren't they, on prison uniforms?
Yeah, well, I've got some convict tokens, actually.
Oh, convict tokens.
Yeah, these two here, they're different to these tags here.
My goodness me.
These were... The convicts could actually change these at the store to redeem supplies or whatever, these particular. And on both sides they've got the...
So do you think these are from Prison Hull?
Yes, yeah.
These are incredible. Wow. You see, the thing is, when we do these exhibitions, we spend so long at our own station that we don't go and see everyone else's stuff.
And talking of prison hulks,
I've seen this before.
Yeah, this is W. Gailey, and he was sentenced to 7 years for stealing a duck.
So the last time I saw this, you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, now it's been registered. Stuart's registered it now, and we found William Gailey, because I thought it was Cayley, and Stuart said no, it's Gailey, and it's a William Clark alias Gailey.
So it's back to front because it would have been...
Yes, that's right, and he was sentenced to 7 years on the prison hull. Yeah, for
stealing a duck.
Stealing. Yeah, for stealing a duck.
Oh my goodness me. Well,
there you are.
I mean, we've only scratched the surface. You've also got your plasticies
I've
and
got
your
a file
bottle.
of messages in bottles.
Oh yeah, so you probably know this already, but Nicola is really well known for finding messages in bottles as well. So, I mean, we can't read them all, but these are what? Do you think 100?
I've got about 130.
Yeah. Okay, that counts as hundreds. Doesn't it?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Oh look, and so you found all these from Pirate Sam. I remember some of these. And some of them are really sad, aren't they?
I know, yeah, some
the
of them
story
are
of,
sad, some of them are happy, some of them are very contemplative.
Yeah, I remember one about a girl and her sister. I think.
Yeah, that's right. I found one which actually contained the ashes of a young lady who died, and the sister had put them in the river because the sister who died suddenly was about to embark on a world voyage sailing around the world. So she thought that by putting a few of the ashes in a bottle, it was like her sister was able to travel.
That will fulfill the journey that she had planned.
And I kind of wished afterwards, I've got to be honest, that I had said to her that I found them in Spain or something, and I hadn't, I found them in Greenwich and she'd put them in at Hammersmith or something. And I sort of thought, and then I told her this and she said, oh, that's typical Claire. She loved London way too much to leave.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what did you do with them in the end? Did you send them away again?
No, what we did was we scattered them in the river, and weirdly, then a seal jumped out that day.
Oh my goodness.
With our dog. Yeah.
That's
so it was quite
gorgeous.
special. Thinking about it, I wonder if I should have maybe put them back in, but
No, well, what can you do? It's.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's journeying on.
I met the sister.
Yeah.
And she.
I'm sure she was really happy about it. It's a lovely story.
But it's surprising how many people actually do say goodbye to people in messages in bottles. It's like channeling all this emotion into a bottle and then letting the river take it away.
There we go. Wow. Thank you very much, Nick.
Okay.
There's so much more. But anyway, the best thing you could do is come down if you can get down to Greenwich National Maritime Museum. Nick's got a talk there, but it's sold out.
Yes.
Are you doing the other shows?
Yeah,
as well?
well, I'm doing the Sunday next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm doing the talk on the Saturday. I will be in the theatre, just a couple hours before.
Around 1:30,
yeah,
I
1:30.
think, if you want to come down and meet Nick and look at some of her finds.
I'll be there Sunday.